Yeah. Simon Perry says he wants to meet Bobbin. Are we recording? We're not recording.
Yeah, we're recording. Well, she's not here. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
You confused me. I thought I just met a dog.
she's in there. There she is.
Where's Bobbin? Yeah.
No, Bobbin's in the living room at the moment. She might come through in a little while.
Bobbin is huge and will eat you.
Yeah. Well, she's not.
Dog lick death.
Big fluffy black Labrador.
Yeah.
Labrador.
Yeah. I mean, she might eat you by mistake.
That's right. I left the oven on the night, all through the night, and I left the room, the light on in the in my office, which was being decorated all through the night.
Well, you wouldn't get any burglars. The house would be nice and warm.
It was really warm. It was really warm.
Bit smoky, but
yeah. I've just had a mad flashback. Didn't we go ghost hunting once?
we did. I remember that. Yeah.
Was it a Beeley?
Yeah. Yeah, in the dark.
In the dark.
It was boring. It was disappointingly not scary.
When we were recording it?
Just,
did we record it first?
We filmed it, yeah. I'm sure I've still got the footage somewhere. Yeah. Wenton investigates or something.
That was it.
We wanted to do well, we would call it Most Haunted. I don't know what. There's loads of shows like that. The pretend ghost hunt, the fake ghost hunting shows that you get the impression a lot of people will watch and think it's real, where they get stones thrown at them every week and all that kind of stuff. We wanted to do one of them, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it wasn't scary. It was boring and cold, and it was dark. I couldn't see where I was going. So it's far too old and jaded, and cynical to do anything like that. See, age 10, we would have done something fantastic. If we had a camera and this kind of technology and YouTube,
we wouldn't be sitting here recording music reviews and chatting nonsense.
We'd be famous.
We'd be hunting vampires. Yeah.
There is something spooky about Beeley, though. And when I was younger, it was very exciting. I liked to go over there and say, "Oh, look, the ghosts."
Well, it's because there's a church there, and it's quite an old church, so it's an old part of the world.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a bit where Holt End, the little village at the bottom of the hill. You can walk through that, and you can keep going through the fields, and there's actually a right of way. And that's very spooky down there as well.
I think that's where we went, wasn't it? We were heading towards down the side of the church, and I think that goes to a public footpath. Yeah. How sad were we? Actually, that's kind of cool.
It is profoundly cool. If we were like 12,
everyone else was down the pub getting drunk, watching football.
And we were walking around in the dark, trying to be scared and failing due to cynicism and age.
That's pretty bad, isn't it, when you fail to be scared in the dark? Lack of imagination, I say. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you've had a week off, Kev.
I've had a whole week off work. And
what have you done?
It's one of those, I can't remember. I mean, things have happened, obviously, but basically the idea was to do nothing, and it. When that's if I hadn't had that, I'd be dead. It's just enough to be still alive and be all right on Monday. Only just. Another week would have been like a holiday. First week is just recovery. Yeah,
I find that. I mean, I tend to take weeks off, not 2 weeks. Actually, I don't even do that normally. It's normally a few days, and it's never because it's holiday time. There's stuff I want to get done that I can't normally get to.
Yeah.
So it's very rarely do.
That's the problem. Yeah. And the worst thing you can do is leave things. Oh, I'll do it on that holiday bit.
Yeah.
I'll do that, and then it just ruins the holiday. You're completely knackered. You can't get anything done because there's a massive list, and you just and you go back to work in a terrible state.
Yeah. Kev, if you were Bill Gates or Warren Buffett or Elon Musk or someone who's really rich, basically, like billionaire, like proper can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like we spoke about SpaceX and Elon Musk decided he was going to build rockets. Mm-hmm. What would you do?
That's a very good question.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people would already have the answer to that, and a lot of people the answer would be something tedious and sort of Trump-like or just holidays and I'll just sit back in the sun. But I'm more, the things I want aren't that expensive. I could quite easily get to the things I want, I don't. But that's the sort of nature of it. You know, I want lots of guitars and a big house. I don't want a posh car. I want a big car. But you know, I mean, well, you know, if you won the lottery, what would you do?
This is more than the lottery. This is sort of you can change the face of the planet.
Yeah, and that's not something. It's I don't know. You know, Elon Musk is pretty cool, but it would have to be more investing in this thing. Well, I should do that. Here's some money to go and do it. You know, to make life better. Something.
So would you like? When you say investing, you mean like someone comes to you and says, "Oh, I want to do this." Give them the money to go away and do it.
Possibly.
Or is this your own thing?
It would probably be something I've thought of. I think, well, this is what they should be doing. Why aren't they doing it? Fund it. But there will be the laziness. I'm pretty sure in that I will just get other people to do it. You know, there will be. I wouldn't be very hands on in the end. I'll probably start off very hands on and then slowly get more lazy. Like the rich landowner.
That's funny you should say that, because mine does involve land, actually. It's really weird. I mean, up until Christmas time, I'd say, I'd never really thought about this. But I've sort of... here's George Monbiot, writes in The Guardian.
Yeah.
I always consider him the boring environmental guy.
Yeah.
And he sort of opened my eyes to a few things. And one of the things he's interested in is rewilding. Yeah, have you heard about this?
Rewilding?
Yeah.
All right.
So they've introduced beavers into certain areas of Scotland and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And beavers are very useful because, you know, we've been having floods, you know, flooding towns out.
Yeah.
Beavers are a great way of...
building dams.
They build dams and they hold storage of water. So you get like the double whammy, you get beavers back, which create big pools there, which is great for fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it stops towns getting flooded out and stuff like that. But one of the things I heard him say is the Humber. Have you ever been to the Humber?
No.
When you cross in the Humber Bridge, yeah, you look down into the water, and it's horrible. It is sort of brown,
minging,
sludgy stuff. And apparently, the Humber used to be clear.
Goodness me.
And what it was is there was a lot of actually in the water. There's a lot of shellfish, which obviously filter the water.
Yeah.
And our estimates that there was so many shellfish in the water that, you know, the water actually would be filtered once every 3 days.
Yeah.
Which meant other creatures could grow and stuff like could survive there and thrive stuff there. And it used to be that at one point the world record for the biggest tuna ever caught was caught off that coast.
Goodness me.
There used to be tuna in the seas off the coast of the UK.
Wow.
And whales and sharks and all sorts of stuff.
I think I ate them.
Well, that's what's happened. We've sort of slowly over time
tuna's just really nice. That's
cleared it out, sort of thing. We've had such an effect on the environment. Well, it's not only that; it's sort of the way we farm the land means all the soil runs off into the rivers, and this is what sort of gives it the brown hue. And we're sort of subsidising farmers to keep fields in farmable conditions. So we pay them to have an empty field, which is not very good for soil erosion. They stick a couple of sheep on it who keep the grass down, keep it looking like it should be. It could be used for farmland, and therefore the EU gives them subsidies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if I had billions and billions of pounds,
you could fix that.
I've got absolutely no link to the Humber. But I thought, oh man, buy all the farmland around there.
Fix
it. Turn it into a more sustainable farming, which also improves the fight against soil erosion, and start repopulating the sort of like the filter feeders in the Humber and off the coast sort of thing, and try and see what happens. You could really change the world like that.
Yeah, and you could. Yeah, and the you know, if you were a billionaire, you could quite easily do that.
You could.
Yeah. Why don't they? Because of greed and
well, the reason that I don't know.
Oh, because they're thinking of something else.
Normally, billionaires are billionaires because they're extremely driven in one area,
Yes.
sort of thing, and that's all they're interested in, and that's all they see. It's a sort of offshoot of the work they do, sort of thing. But I mean,
Bill Gates does lots of good stuff.
He does now, yeah. The fact that I mentioned George Monbiot means I am a car carrying
bloody hippies.
Yeah, hippie lefty thing. But we are doing Patreon now, so we are going more right wing.
Yep. It's the inevitable way of the world.
Yeah, it's going really well.
Like in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. It's not that.
So if we get up to $1,000 a month, we're going to rewild Lincolnshire.
Yeah, I think $1,000 a month. I think we can rewild your back garden.
We'll start with a few rabbits and hedgehogs. Oh man, I just said the word hedgehog. I used to see hedgehogs all the time. I don't see them anymore.
True,
it's really
is that a thing?
Yeah.
They actually disappeared.
I think they are. Yeah.
Oh man.
I remember as a kid also.
Admittedly, when you used to see them, it was usually in the road, and they were still.
Well, no, I used to.
We don't really see roadkill as much as you used to. It's funny that.
There's not many about. But I remember as a kid going out to stinging nettles to pick caterpillars off them, put them in Lego houses, give them a house. You go out to a bank of stinging nettles now and see if there's how many caterpillars are on there. It's George Monbiot calls this a shifting baseline, or someone he quotes someone else, but basically, because of the way we perceive the world in our lifespan is sort of like we don't see it happening because it's sort of happening over a longer period of time than we're used to seeing changes and stuff like that. So we don't actually recognise it. But when you think back, there are certain things like butterfly. I mean, our garden used to be full of butterflies. You hardly see a butterfly anymore.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's terrifying, isn't it?
It is. We're killing the biodiversity.
But yeah, it's like you said. You don't that speed of change. You don't notice.
No.
And then we're fed stuff to believe that. Oh no, not true, really.
A lot of it is tradition, I mean, I think, as I understand it, the solutions are there, to this sort of thing. It's just that we've got to overcome tradition and skepticism from people who are used to doing things a certain way and making their livelihood a certain way.
He didn't use the word though.
What's that?
It's conservatism. That's the word.
Well, it's small c conservatism, isn't it? That's what you've got to overcome. Yeah. Anyway, so if you want to rewild Lincolnshire, sign up to our Patreon at
patreon.com/Wenton King. Buy us a coffee or rewild Lincolnshire.
Yeah.